You know the voice for Lagos, you know the voice for anywhere. You understand?
Ifakon Radio. From here to the world, Ifakon Radio is an online platform that amplifies the voice and stories of our community, connecting local narratives to global perspective with a mission to project our community's rich culture, experience, and aspirations. We aim to share our unique stories and bring the world closer to you. Tune in to Ifakon Radio to discover fresh perspectives, engaging conversations, and inspiring content that celebrates the diversity and resilience of our community, from local news and events to global trends and insights. Our program will take you on a journey from here to
This is our Lagos Experience, primarily scheduled for 12 at noon, as we used to do it every Friday like this, and it's a pleasure to be here. I am yours truly, the Mayor of Lagos City, Olanireti Olusegun. I have just been signaled by my producer that I'm running my face. I think I'm afraid I don't know. It is not deliberate, it is just a face. Yes, it's a pleasure to be here, and we want to believe it's a pleasure to have us as well on my Lagos Experience on Ifakon Radio, from here to the world. I want to welcome you this wonderful Friday afternoon. I am Olanireti Olusegun, the Mayor of Lagos City. And just as I rightly noted earlier, that the program was originally scheduled for 12 noon. But our special guests on today's program has rescheduled the program, not even from 12 to 12:30 or to 1. But this is 1:20 something, so we're starting the program past 1. Thanks to our guests.
You know the voice for anywhere. You understand?
Yes, our guest is no other person than the coordinator of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ifakon Jaiye local branch. They call him 001, Ifakon Jaiye, Comrade Ayo Mercy Emmanuel Oluwaseun. Nice to have you here, sir.
Same here, sir. Good afternoon, everybody.
Afternoon. I told you when I got your chat that you will explain fire. The reason you came late, people need to know. Just tell them first. The program was for 12, and right. This is past 1.
Right.
Where shall I?
Okay. So ready to shall now our Lagos Experience. Alright, sir. So good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Lagos. Good afternoon, Ifakon Jaiye. Well, my name is Oluwaseun Ayo Mercy, the coordinator for National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ifakon Jaiye local branch. Just as my host has rightly said, coming late is actually not deliberate, it's not intentional. So I apologize for that, and I own up to my blame fully.
Apology will not just be taken without atonement. So whatever you're offering for atonement, you should let us know. And I also expect our viewers and followers to drop what is needed. What we should charge him for coming late.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, and you can follow us on Facebook. It is Ifako Radio. On Instagram, Ifako_radio. On YouTube, Ifako Radio. On Twitter, Ifako Radio. And WhatsApp channel, Ifako Radio. Comrade, you are the coordinator of the youth in Ifako Jai.
Yes, sir.
Before we get to your Lagos experience part,
Okay.
how did you emerge as a coordinator of the youth? I want you to share that with us. That is one. And secondly, also tell us the fraternity that you belong to, for you to have been chosen as the coordinator of the local government, because such an esteemed office are not usually given without belonging to either this society or that society. Lagosians, the people of the Ifako, we want to know.
All right. So once again, good afternoon, everybody.
All right.
So my emergence as the coordinator for National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ifako Jai local branch, was born out of selfless service for the community, and of course, as so many people have always asked that, was I part of the executive of the previous administration? And I've always answered them that I was never part of the executive of the previous administration. Towards the as the former administration was going, under the leadership of my leader, Comrade Victor Oladipo Bajale, who is now the state PRO of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Lagos State. I was appointed as the Directorate on Media and Publicity.
And you use that influence to manipulate the process.
Well, I did not use the influence to manipulate. Just like I said that it's born out of my selfless service.
You weren't the only selfless person in that.
Of course, definitely. But then I can only speak for myself. I cannot speak for others, right? And by doing that, I tried as much as possible, with God's help, of course, to position myself well, and also try to take my appointed office very seriously. And it is due to that I was able to at least build my face value to the community, and it all started from there. And I also need to note and state categorically that I wasn't appointed because I once had the thought. I never had the thought that I was even going to contest for the position, even before the appointment and even after the appointment. But then, when the previous administration was wrapping up and there was going to be an election, just like for every sitting government during transition period. So the portal was open, and I saw that, well, it is something that I could actually do. It is something I've always been doing voluntarily before. So, and this is an opportunity to prove to the people that, well, I've got the capacity and all, and that is why I opted in, followed the due process, did the necessary screening, and here we are today.
So how do you feel now as the number one citizen of Ifako Jai for the youth category anyway? How do you feel? But before now, people want to say you used to be very humble, but now you don't raise your voice. So how do you feel?
Well,
Be sincere.
Well, that's not true. Well, I must say that I feel very humbled and I feel very honored, right, to have been trusted with such position, because of course I did not get there by myself. It is the people that actually put me there. They trusted me so much, and I must really appreciate them that for counting me worthy, that we must support you, and I must say I'm very, very happy, and at the same time I'm very, very humble to have been chosen and to have been selected to be in this position?
Yeah, done for today. The messages are coming in already. And God bless you, Sunday Shade Christian. He said that for coming late.
Okay.
The atonement is that you should do a giveaway for the viewers and listeners out there for coming behind schedule.
Okay.
So that is noted.
Okay.
Be meditating on it.
Okay. I'll be communicating with the oracle.
As you like. All we need is that a pronouncement has been made by one of the ambassadors of the Ifako Radio, who is very prompt. I want to believe Sunday Shade has been waiting since 12 noon to hear from you.
Thank you, Mr. Sunday. You are so much.
Don't just thank us, bro. You held us all to ransom. So the atonement, according to him, is that you should do a giveaway. And no doubt, we've been told that there is so much fund, there is money in the purse of the council. So if we're getting just a bit of it, it shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, so I just want to clarify which of the council?
The National Youth Council of Nigeria. Local government is local government. Council is council.
So we refer to local government as council too now.
Anyway, as far as this interview and this program is concerned, for you we say council. Okay. For the local government we say local government. Okay. But how rich is the pulse of your council?
On that, we would say that we are not rich. We are not rich, and at the same time, we are not poor.
Good.
Yes. So when I say we are not rich, it's because as the umbrella body for all the youths in the local government, it's not like we are being based on any salary, or the council has said is being based on any salary, as the case is. So we just work on whatever we are able to lay our hands on, and of course with whichever support we get from the government of the day, because according to our constitution, we are mandated to work with the government of the day, and that is how we'll be running the council. So statutorily, we do not have that this is the amount that is being fixed, maybe 500,000, 1 million, and the likes that's coming into the council for daily expenses and what have you. So that's that on that.
So far, how has it been? You assume office when?
I assume office precisely 18th December 2024.
So you've stayed in office for like 7-8 months now?
Yeah, 7 months precisely.
Okay, the journey so far, how has it been?
The journey so far hasn't been easy. I must be very, very realistic. It has not been easy. It has been from one engagement to the other, one commitment to the other, one responsibility to the other. And of course,
that was what you signed up for.
Yes, and of course, that's what I was just about to say, that's what we signed up for. So we really cannot complain to anybody that maybe we are tired or it's overwhelming and all of that. But then, what needs to be done must actually be done. So it has been tiring, and I must also note that it has been an experience also. It has been an experience. It has brought about a couple of exposure that, if not for the office, that eventually I wouldn't have been able to get. Even if I would have been able to get it, maybe not sooner. But for the sake of the office, there's some exposure we've had. There's some dignitaries have been opportune to have a one-on-one conversation with, all for the sake of the youth of the local government. So that's how it has been so far.
So what are the impacts your office is making in the local government for the youth and the community at large?
All right. So just like I stated earlier, that we are the umbrella body for the youth organization, all the youth organization and voluntary youth organization at the national level, state level, and the local government level. So from our end, as an umbrella body, we are starting with the responsibility of policy making and agitating for the needs of our young people that surround us. And so far, the previous administration before mine has done a whole lot as far as the youth engagement and empowerment is concerned in the local government. We've also been able to record that during the administration, they've been able to empower youth with POS, with tricycle in their own little way, and of course, opportunities from far and near, from government parastatals and private organizations that the youth at large has benefited from. And fast forward to our own administration. Since our emergence, the very first engagement we did was Skillfest. We called it Skillfest 1.0. And what we did basically is to take skill acquisition to our secondary school students, and we did that for the public schools in Ifako-Ijaiye, the 4 major public schools in Ifako-Ijaiye. That's Somori, Ifako Comprehensive, and Iju Grammar School and KK High School. Okay. So where we trained, eventually after our training, we recorded over 4,000 students that we trained on hand-on skill, not the theoretical aspect of it now. We had confectionaries, we had photography, tie and dye, and the likes like that, where they were being taught for a week. And, you know, that's our only way to impact them that beyond education, we also need to have a skill, right? After that, we've also been doing some engagements, scouting for opportunities for our people, just like the last election that we had, that was held on the 12th of July, the local government election. We also did scouted for opportunity for our people from LASIEC, the Lagos State Electoral Commission, that did engage our people as far as ad hoc staff recruitment is concerned. And we had over 160 of our people that benefited from it in Ifako-Ijaiye.
So you were the one that denied that those that were interested in that opportunity. Just the youths hijack 160.
No, well, I will not say that we are the one, because totally we had over 700 ad hoc staff.
Okay, so 160 is a
so 160 is just like a pinch out of whatever the total number is. But of course, I must state that that and many more are things that we have been pushing, and we are still pushing for our people to get opportunity, because we understand that they cannot go straight to the government themselves, and that is why we are here to be their voice at the table of decisions, where we are being opportune to be. And they cannot go themselves to LASIEC office. They cannot go themselves to some offices, even in the local government. And that is why we are there to speak on their behalf that, okay, we need this thing for our people. Okay, maybe, for instance, we get an information that maybe there's going to be an empowerment for our people. I think what happened about 2 months back, and in the local government there was going to be an empowerment for young people, and maybe it was an oversight or something. We did not know, our office did not know about it. But when I heard of it, I reached out to the necessary authority, and they did apologize and said, okay, this program, you guys need to be involved truly. And of course, they gave us the opportunity, and we brought our people into it, whereby they trained them. They trained them for the training is even ongoing. Okay, it's a 3 months training. There'll be an internship. Then there's going to be a graduation for them also, and what have you. So that and many more are the things we've been doing.
All right, yes, this is my Lagos Experience on Ifako Radio, live here from Ifako Radio to the world. And another contributor, Oriade Oluwarichi, says, good seeing you here, my powerful boss, our servant leader. I hope you're not paying this table to drop his positive commendation. And he says further that his 7 months in office has been productive and very transparency. I can say he's doing very, very well. He said it very once anyway. I understand. But will this be the reflection of the position of the youth at large, or it is just a personal view?
Well, I cannot, just like I used to say that I cannot speak for others, and we all see things in different perspectives.
Sure. So
for those that have, I want to believe Mr. Oriade has been following us for quite a number of time now, and he has been engaging in our activity. That is why he's able to say what he said. And of course, for others that has been following us, I can say categorically that it is just as he has said. Maybe if anyone, even those that have reservations on some things, when they reach out to me and demand for clarification and all, we do justice to it, and we do to the best of our ability.
All right, you can follow us on Facebook. Drop your comments, questions, contributions, suggestions, or recommendations. And you can as well reach us on 09122227433. 09122227433. We still have the coordinator of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ifa local branch here. And we'll be back after this music break. Yes, no matter what you do, just make sure you get wisdom in Lagos. Yes, Mr. Coordinator, my Lagos experience is basically about you sharing your Lagos experience. But with your office, it is expected that at least we get what you are also doing from that office. The local government election that was recently conducted in Lagos, what is your assessment as a youth in Lagos or a youth leader in Lagos? What is your assessment of that election? And what were the roles that your office and the youths played in that election?
Okay. So basically, I need to first of all commend the LASIEC for a job well done.
You commend them, they gave you slots now, 160.
Well, basically not because they gave me slots, okay, but because number one, they could have actually choose not to give us slots.
Okay.
They could have actually said, okay, at a right, and they will not do anything about it, no matter how much we follow up with them, right? But for dealing it fits that in their own process also, they should include the youth there in it, and I must commend them for that one. Then secondly, for organizing and for putting all necessary things in place to make the election free, fair, and credible. I must also commend them for that. Before the election move, personally, I had some information that there were some polling units that would, the LASIEC officials will not be there, they will not do this, they will not do that, maybe because they had an exterior motive and all of that. And I can say categorically that on that day of election, every polling unit was asked their ad hoc staff there. They had their representative there, and well, we cannot say they are 100% perfect, because at some polling units, of course, they had issues with their timing, their arrival, and likes. But the moment they got there, they swung into action and they did that which is expected of them, right? And personally, as a youth leader in Ifa here, myself and a few members of my team were able to tour over 62 polling units on that day of election. Over 62 polling units, and I can say for a fact that every of those polling units that we got to, everything was seamless, and we had the representative, a security personnel there, we had the LASIEC officials there, we had their polling booths, their necessary papers and everything, all was just available at each and every of those polling units we got to. So that is to say that it is not just about saying they are the one in charge. They really took charge of that day, because they've really been saddled with the responsibility to do that. And as regards the youth also, well, just like I said during an interview on that day of election also, that we can always do more, we can always do better, right? And whenever there is a call to decide on how our future is going to be. So I will just implore the youth more that going forward, even beyond now, that we should always get ourselves involved in the electioneering process. Be it we are being called to come, and they don't even need you to come. They don't need to call you to come participate in the election. It's our civic right to vote. It's our civic right to go there and make our decision as far as the election is concerned. So I think that's just what I have to say on that for now.
So what's your assessment of that election? Some people are still crying foul that they were robbed.
Okay, well that has always been an anthem since time immemorial, that after an election, after every election, there will always be a cry like that. Well, we need to just ask them a few questions. Like, how were you robbed? I got to a particular polling unit, and the LASEC officials there did complain to me. Okay, so they just finished setting up,
Okay.
and there was a particular party agent there, and the LASEC official was like, connected about any, so I was like, what's the problem? And those officials were telling me that the party agent said they want to stay right behind the LASEC officials, which is not right. They are sitting here, their table is here, and you want to stay right behind them. They are not even saying you want to sit a distance away from them. You want to sit right behind them. How? So they themselves, they do not trust themselves. Those that might be crying foul play, right?
Okay.
They do not trust themselves well enough, not to talk of trusting those that they've entrusted the responsibility of organizing and coordinating the election for them. So if they feel that there's a way they have been jilted or they've been robbed, it's a free world. We can all hear our opinion. You can do whatever you feel like is right for you to do to make your voice heard, and come with, of course, evidences that you were being robbed or you were being jilted. So that's just that on that. Our LASEC has done the best they can do.
I think I will also have to ask you this question because of your submission now. Some people tend to believe that you were paid to work on election day, and that probably you were also paid to be saying positive things about the election. Who paid you? Do you mind being sincere and telling the good people of Ifakoja?
Okay, well, I need to state categorically that I was not paid for the election. So
what were you paid for?
I was not paid for anything. I did not even receive a dime as far as the election is concerned, right? So I can even say categorically that I spent personally on the day of election. There was no polling unit I got to that I was not billed, because I had to go with my identity, being the youth coordinator of the local government, and a few of the representatives of the council also we moved together, and wherever we get to, I say, where we drop change, where we do this, we just have to do it, right? But we have to do these things. One, we don't necessarily, that's where I mentioned that our voluntary service, one of the voluntary service that we are offering in the community, we don't necessarily need to be paid before we do that which is right to be done. If I had not gone around on that day of election, number one, nobody will question me.
Okay.
Why did I not go around on that day of election to do this, to do that? But I've chosen to do it because I feel like it is my own civic responsibility also as a representative of the youth and as a representative of the community and a stakeholder in the community to see to how engagement is being held across the local government as a representative of the youth. So that is why I made myself available throughout that day since around 7, 8 that day till late in the night. We were on the streets of Ifakojaye, ensuring that everything is in order to the best of our own ability. So we were not paid to do anything. We did not even receive a dime. Instead, we spent our own money to ensure that we have easy movement throughout the day.
All right, coordinator. You just mentioned the name as Ayo. No, Asikolaye. Is Asikolaye your surname or your other name?
Okay. Asikolaye is neither my son name nor my other name.
So how did you get by it?
Okay, Asikolaye is an alias.
Okay.
So, well, Asikolaye came into light while I was in secondary school. So, the story is quite funny a bit.
I will want to hear.
Alright, so just one fateful afternoon that we closed from school as I was in SS2 then, yes, I can remember the SS2 then. And we were coming alongside with my friends, and there was this boy used to live in my house, right, in our compound, yeah. So he also closed from school, another school, right, a very small boy. And he was going, he has even walked past me, and I was having a chat with my friends, and all of a sudden we just started hearing somebody shouting, Asikolaye, Asikolaye, Asikolaye. And when it was not my name, it's not my name, it's not my alias then and all. So we did not know who he was referring to. So eventually he came to me and he was like, I'm talking to you like Asao. You are talking to who? Asao. Asao now. So my friend was not like, they were like, wait, what did you say? He said, Asikolaye. Who is Asikolaye? Him is Asikolaye. And that was how everybody just adopted the name. And at first, I actually found out it at first that when you name. But then when I just had to sit down and think about the name, and when I thought about it,
in short, you were branded by 18.
Not even teen. It was not even 18. It was a child.
A child. Okay.
It was not up to. The boy was not up to 6 years then.
Wow.
It was not up to 6 years. I think it was around 5 years plus then. So, and when I thought about it, I was like, okay, it's a good one. It's a good. That's a good meaning. And of course, I didn't know. Asikoni. So I just had to just adopt it. And
now let's get personal and the real Lagos experience discussion.
All right.
Are you a Lagosian?
Yes, I'm a Lagosian.
How do you mean a Lagosian? Which part of Lagos?
All right, I'm a Lagosian by birth.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a Lagosian by birth, and I was born and brought up in Lagos State.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have my education here in Lagos State, both primary, secondary, and tertiary education here in Lagos State. So that's why I can say with my full chest that I'm a Lagosian.
So life in Lagos, how has it been?
Life in Lagos. Anybody that hears Lagos knows that it is a city of stress, but a city of.
You're looking fresh. Fresh in a city of stress.
Well, it's a city of stress, but in all honesty, it's a very wonderful city. Because aside Lagos, I've actually been to some other part of the state. I've been to Ogun State. I've been to.
I thought you wanted to say United States. You mentioned states.
States. We have states in our country. So I've been to Oyo State. I've been to Kaduna. I've been to different states like that.
And when you compare and contrast,
I would say categorically that I would choose Lagos over and over again. Well, if it is the stress part, I might not want to choose Lagos somehow. But then, when you don't stress, the stress is a form of an exercise in Lagos. Well, I remember when I went to Kogi, then was it Kogi? No, Lokoja. When I went to Lokoja, then I spent about 2 weeks there, and there was this time that before it was around 6 o'clock or thereabout, everywhere is sunny already, and I was like, this should
in the morning or evening?
In the morning.
Okay.
Morning 6, 7, everywhere that been sunny already.
Wow.
Ẹni sùúrù Lagos State kọ́ eléyìí kò Pamela more. And the quiet life there, well, maybe the parts that I went there anyways, so quiet, and things, we are complaining that things are actually expensive in Lagos. Well, I would say categorically that we need to visit other states too. Things are freaking expensive in other states compared to Lagos. Yeah, we still get bottled water here for 200 naira. As of when I went there to Lokoja, that was 2 years ago, I bought bottled water for 300 naira then at Lokoja. So I can say that life in Lagos might be stressful and it might be a whole lot, but then it has a whole lot of experience in it. And anybody that has once lived in Lagos can never be outsmart in any other city. You can never be outsmart in any other city.
Are you sure?
Unless that person has actually not learnt has actually not been through the experiences that are in the city of Lagos.
That means you must have had one or two terrible experiences.
Very well.
Would you like to share? Would you like to share some with us?
Okay, there's one from our popular regular place, Ikeja. Popular village to be precise.
Wow.
So there was this time that I wanted to.
I hope it's not going to be the same story your predecessor shared, because he also had his own terrible experience.
Oh wow. Okay. Alright, so then I wanted to fix my phone, and around I was asking engineers and they were telling me, you buy any. So I spoke with a friend and my friend said that nothing okay now, why not get the friend I don't phone engineer, because that guy
saw you
to fix that guy who does his own stuff and he has been getting it done. Well, maybe the fault is actually from now. I said, oh yeah, take a job. But I just felt like, okay, he has given me clue now. Let me just go. So I went there now as nothing did happen. When I entered there, of the truth, I got where I wanted to get the stuff I needed. It was actually a battery for a phone, just an inbuilt battery. So I got the battery. I went to an engineer. The engineer did not even tell me maybe the battery is good though, or the battery is not good though. I paid for the battery, paid the engineer, only for me to get home and my phone is not on again. Not like they collected my phone.
No, I don't understand.
Well, they did not collect my phone. My phone was actually with me, right? I got the battery.
By yourself?
By myself.
Okay.
Right? And the engineer fixed the battery.
In your presence?
In my presence. He did not stand up. Not to talk of maybe I was asleep, because I was trying to be smart too, because I've always been hearing that Ikeja, if you are not smart, if you are smart, this, that. So I was trying to be very smart. They come out and share anything for me. But eventually, they fixed it right there. I put on the phone. It was working perfectly well, and I just kept it back. When I got home with a charged phone, I came there, phone on the how, I was asking engineers around what happened with this. They said, let's see that battery is a PC phone. But they get down. How much did you buy
the battery?
I actually bought the battery 15,000.
How much were you expected to pay for a normal battery?
The normal battery,
yes.
They said 18,000.
18.
Yeah.
And you bought there?
I bought there 15,000. Ideally, I wasn't even supposed to buy the battery there for 15,000 even. It was supposed to be around 13,000.
And still your phone packed up?
My phone packed up. So eventually, it later got a solution. The battery was removed, and one way or the other, I got somebody that was nice enough to help me get an original battery to put it in the phone, and then the phone came up again. So then I was like, okay, what you call me? This, that.
I know
that that was just the beginning of the journey.
Does that mean there was another experience?
There was actually another experience.
Give us another one.
Right? So that very day I went to get some stuff. I went to get some cables at Ikeja.
Okay.
And while I was coming out with my wallet, it has some of my cards in it and some cash inside the wallet also. So all these guys now, when you are coming out of the Ikeja, I say, this, that, and all of that. So So me, I did not used to pay attention to them really. So I don't know how it happened. I cannot even explain that by Lushishele. But I knew what I could remember was that the wallet was with me before when I left where I got stuff from. But on getting to where I want to take bus, the wallet is nowhere to be found again.
Wow.
And I was like, really? Okay. So it was just God's intervention and a lot of any kind of machine check-a-thon. So I had to check from Ikeja to Agege before I could find my way down to my destination that very day. So it has actually been some experience.
What a Lagos experience.
Yeah.
And we'll be back after this music break.
Every night, come down to me, come on,
Yes, welcome back. Still my Lagos experience on Ipapo Radio. From here to the world, I remain yours truly, the mayor of Lagos City, and we have the coordinator of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ipapo local branch here, Comrade Ayomase Oluwaseun Emmanuel, popularly known as Asiko Laye. We've just been told now that he was branded with that name by a 6 years, probably a 6 years old child. Now, let's look at the youth activities. We have the positive and the negative ones. And there's no way you can disconnect yourself from anything that has to do with the youth, most especially when there's the tag on it. If you look around, almost at every junction, you see youths taking hard drugs. You see them trying to eulogize people to get something from them. These are youths that, one, should be getting fully employed. And this is happening in Lagos, city of so many opportunities. And you see them also taking hard drugs, ruining their lives, which is a negative one. How do you react to this, and what do you think can be done, even in your own capacity as youth and a youth leader? What are you doing in this regard?
Okay. Thank you very much. So on that, well, we must be very realistic with ourselves that we can only try to curb these activities. We cannot totally shun it, right? Because we see our production of these drugs, right? And the more we continue to have their production, the more we continue to have people and youth especially, that will still be consuming them, right? It is true, even on the street of Ipapo, we have quite a number of youth. Almost at every junction, you see them, and they will eulogize you for money. And when you give them the money, they need to get drugs to take and all of those things. But from our own angle, let me talk personally now.
Okay, your personal experience.
Yeah, my personal experience. There are some guys around my area there, and I just decided by myself that I will not be avoiding them, because before I used to avoid them.
Okay.
Because there's no time you will pass there. You must drop.
They will bill you.
You must drop. So I just decided by myself, whenever I want to leave my area, maybe I want to come out from my street or something, and I know that I'm not too boxed up, I'll just think of another route to take. But that route is a major route for me to always take. Because I always love that they see me and I see them. Because there are some people among them that I've always been trying to talk to.
Okay.
That are more, because most of them, not like we are, some of them we are age range, some of them they are a bit older than me, some of them they are way older than me, some of them are older than them. But what I do generally for all of them is, àti tó ju mi lọ, àti tó kéré sí mi, when I see them, ẹ̀gbọ́n. So there's this particular, there are two actually, that when I see them, one is actually younger than I am, and one is older than I am. So when I see them, they're always together. I just be like, more for this, that, clinical. So there was this fateful day that they were actually smoking when they saw me. So, and they greeted me, and I went to meet them. And I actually sat down there with them. They were smoking. I had to sit down there.
And you inhale a bit of...
we didn't have a choice. So I just had to sit with them, and we were discussing. And I was asking them, kí ló dẹ̀ fi fà kíni? Kí ló máa ṣe fún yín lára tó bá ṣe fà? I was like, ọmọ olóṣèlú wọn máa ń gbọ́ sọ fún mi fẹ́ fà. Ẹ kàn sọ fún mi kí ló máa ṣe fún yín. Wọ́n ní àwọn olómọlẹ́ kára lọ́wọ́ kọ́ ọmọ yẹn. So normally tẹ́ bá fà kíni, ẹ̀rí pé mọ́tò ń bọ̀ àbí. Wọ́n ní ọmọ ìyá mi kò ṣe ìkọ̀tà sọ ní ẹ̀kọ́ ṣe kíní kan. So I was able to toast them a little bit, right? Before I left there, they actually off the lights on that cigarette.
Temporarily.
I know that it's just
they did that to honor you.
To honor me, to just to please me and all of that. So after then, whenever they say that I'm coming, even if they're smoking it, they will hide it. Right. And they might not even call me to greet me. They might just look away as if they will not see me. So after then, I engaged one of them, the one that is older than me, very recently, after during the campaign period and all of that. So he saw me, he was very small, he was just sitting down. But the way I was looking at him, I was looking at him, he was desperate to take drug that day. And just, oh my God, I'm going to kill every shit. I'm going to join me. I don't know if I'm far. So I ensured that the money I gave him, he bought food in my presence, and he started eating before I left there. So after that, I told him that I will have a so I've been trying to get myself close to them, so that at least for my own end, how far I can educate them. Because some of these people, I cannot say that they are totally educated. Some of them are not totally educated, right? And it's not like they don't even know the harm this thing will cause to them, but they just decide to choose the life they want to choose. You understand?
It's their choice.
It's actually their choice.
But we have a role to play.
Yeah, so that's why I've always been trying to sensitize them personally from my end that, okay, the bad shaking the alternative instead of the mama far the mama shaking time they've far boy time they've been shaking later the machine combine and so far well they've not yielded yet. You know, it is not one day they started.
So you're saying it's
a graduate so it is not a day they started, right? And it is not the day they will leave it. It's a gradual process. So we try to sensitize them from our own end. And of course, from as far as the government is concerned, I think they've also been trying to do their own bits, but I think it is best approached by someone who understands their language. Like what I did now, any government official will not do that. Sitting down with them when they are smoking, right? And they will want to castigate them or want to tell them that want to shout at them and make them feel like they're doing a wrong thing. Or the truth, what they're doing is wrong. It's detrimental to their health. But then there are ways, there are languages that these people understand.
Okay.
Right? And I attended a seminar some time ago, and in that seminar, I learned personally that if you want to stop somebody that is smoking, or somebody that is drinking,
you must start smoking too.
No, not you must start smoking. You must make them feel like you are part of them.
Okay.
And that was what prompted my initial acts with those people the other day.
Okay.
So, but then that does not say every day I will start sitting down with them. Once in a while like that, when I see that I'm a bit chanced and I can actually talk to these people, not, you know, when they are in multitude, you cannot get them in multitude, because once you are telling this one will be influencing this one again to continue what he's doing and all of that. But once they are individuals,
So you see them one-on-one.
talk to them one-on-one, make them understand some things, give them instances, give them things that can even benefit, if not that they are doing what they are
Has there
doing.
been any time you were harassed by any of them in the course of trying to counsel them?
No, it has not been any.
Okay, your office must be, no doubt, attracting some criticism.
Of course.
So how do you cope with that?
Well, critics are inevitable, right? And you just take it as it comes. Personally, I'm of this personal opinion that it is what you believe about me or about my office.
Okay.
When I explain once and you do not see the need to comprehend, I don't go further explaining again. So I believe that our activities, our engagement will further enlighten you if you wish to be enlightened.
All right, you don't go further explaining again to, is it both gender or the masculine gender? Because no doubt, your office must be attracting feminine like every other public office. So how do you manage that?
Well,
I'm so glad you said of course. We're coming back there. How do you manage that?
all right, so as far as the masculine gender is concerned, the male gender is concerned, we know that we male, we are very complex.
At adding.
Yes, at adding, right? And no matter how something is being explained to us, if we choose not to want to believe, we will say that so
Can be very rigid.
you believe none here. You understand?
It's a matter of choice.
Exactly. But on the other end, the female, the feminine, well, to some extent, when they come about, okay, I had a case recently whereby a lady, there are actually two, was asking me, they want to know more about the council, they want to know more about our activities and all of that.
And you'll be willing to give them audience.
Of course, I will give them audience. And when I did explain, they were still like, does that mean you people will not attend to us? Because what they were trying to get was, as an individual, can they be part of the council?
Okay.
And I told them yes and no.
Okay.
And the reason why I said yes and no is because youth council does not deal with individual, we deal with organization.
Okay.
And just like I said earlier, that the umbrella body for every youth organization. So we deal with organization. So immediately I said yes and no. They were like, it will be yes, it will be no. That is say, you are part of youth council. So I needed to explain that, okay, you have to belong to an organization to be eligible to be part of the youth council system, that and eventually, after all my long talks and all of that, the lady still demanded that can she come and see me in the office.
And you gave her your contact number.
I didn't even know how she got my contact number. She
has gotten it already.
She got my contact.
Is your contact number on the wall of the local government?
Yeah, I'm on practically major group in the local government. So,
but I don't mean the council secretariat.
No.
I mean on the streets.
No, it's not on the street of
but she got your contact.
I don't know.
And she's been calling.
She's been messaging.
And you now, tell us, how many girlfriends do you have?
I have friends that are girls.
No, let's not get it too.
No, you said girlfriends, right? So,
okay, who are you dating? Let's put it that way. And I want everybody to be attentive at this juncture. Who are you dating? Let me first ask you.
Okay.
Are you dating one of our own in Ipakojai?
Okay.
No.
Yes.
Okay. Who are you dating? Will you be proud enough to tell us? Okay, how many people are you dating? How many girls?
Well, as far as this council position is concerned, I'm a boyfriend to all of the.
So you're not going to give us that kind of response. You are not going to. You cannot be a boyfriend, but then you are the coordinator. We will take that.
Of course, I'm the coordinator. It's the affairs of all the youth, male and female.
No doubt about it.
Yes.
But what we are saying is that personal relationship, dating someone, you have acknowledged the fact that you are not dating anybody from within Ifako.
And I've also not acknowledged I'm dating anybody outside the faculty.
No, is it not possible? You already acknowledged the fact that, well, okay, are you in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship with the Lord God Almighty. Yes, I'm in a relationship.
The 001 here seems to be a Yahoo boy. Seriously, you just want to. There's a place I'm going anyway,
Okay.
and I am afraid it seems you don't want to embark on that journey.
Okay, of course, why not?
Tell us who your girlfriend is.
If I'm mentioning who my girlfriend is here, I don't know what to mention specifically.
Now, I think we need to pause at that. Yes, we want to welcome you back on People on My Lagos Experience, and you have questions here. There's a particular question coming from Oriade Oluwarichi. He acknowledged the fact that he's been following your administration. He said, yes, I've been following his administration from December 18 till date, talking from experience. And his question is this. It says, Mr. Coordinator, what is your advice for youth in Ifako Ijaiye that are not under any youth platform?
Okay, so I would advise youths in Ifako Ijaiye that are not under any youth platform to get along with their CDAs.
Okay.
So we have, like I said, that we deal with the community-based organization and voluntary youth organization. So, and of course, part of the community-based organization, that's where we have the CDAs. And we have the CDAs in all around the local government.
Okay.
So in your street, you have a CDA there. So you can always get along, inquire, get along with the CDA. If you don't know the CDA youth in person, you can reach out to the CDA chairman. The CDA chairman will link you up with the CDA youth. Then from there, you can be part of that. That's an organization anyways. And the CDA are also part of the youth council also, right? Yeah. So from there, we can take it up. Because the reason it is necessary to be part of an organization anyways, to be a member of its council, is because when opportunity comes, when we dole out our opportunity that we've scouted for and all of that.
Like the 160 ad hoc.
Exactly. And we will not start picking individually, because we have well over 550,000 youth in Ifako Ijaiye. So we cannot start picking one after the other. But if we have an organization that covers each one of us, right? Once the opportunity comes, if it is one, if it is two, if it is three, we will reach out to those organizations that will give us most active. And that's why it is important that whichever organization we are in, we must be very active in that organization. Because it is when you are active, that's when an opportunity comes around, that's when your leader or your representative will be able to remember you that, oh, this social person needs social opportunity and what have you. But when you don't show up, you don't speak up, you don't tell them what you need, you don't tell them what you are passing through and all of that. Of course, nobody is a witch and nobody is a wizard. So
yes, you said that you have over 150,000 or 550,000.
550,000.
But the last election in your local government, the winner had just 20,000 plus.
Yes.
That shows it has not been materializing into election voting. So, how will you charge the youth to be part of this process?
Well, as individuals, we've always had different view. Even till the day of election, I still had some youths that I was practically pleading with them to go out and vote. Not for any party now. I was telling them to go and at least, even if it is to just show up at the polling unit, just make sure you go and cast your vote for whichever party you really want to vote for. Because some of them will say they already know who their candidate is, who their winner is. They just want to come and they are just staging the election for us. Then afterwards they'll declare their winner as usual and all of that. But one thing we fail to understand is that it is very easy for any process to be compromised if you are not part of it. If you are not part of it, for instance, when I said we had over 50,000 youths in Ifakoija here, if out of the 50,000 youths, if we've had about just 5,000 youths among them come out to vote on election day, and they all choose their different parties, it will be so difficult for any party or any official to want to rig the process. Why? Because you have your evidence that you've casted your vote. You have so many things. Even you yourself, you'll be able to stand to the end of the process. But whether you are not there when the process was going on, how then did you want to know if it is being rigged or it is not being rigged? Do you understand? So we don't. Number one, we need to change our orientation as far as the electoral process is concerned, and even government is concerned. Because I know how many people I've had one-on-one interaction with since my emergence in office as regards being part of the government, initiative and taking full charge, taking full responsibility of ourselves and not waiting for the government to do everything for us. You understand? So people will just feel like àwọn ìjọba wọn ṣe nǹkankan, wọn ṣe gbákan, wọn ṣàwókan. But then you yourself, are you saying what are you doing?
Let me quickly raise this question as posted here by Oriade Oluwarichi. It says my second question is what is your relationship between youth leader of each local organization platform?
Okay, so I can say categorically that I have a very good relationship with those that we currently have in our purview, the Youth Council. A very good relationship that whenever we call for meetings, they show up, and whenever there are opportunities, just like this one that we just concluded now, the last year's cover of the thing, we pushed it out to them and they escalated it to their members. So, and it is if it's not that we had good relationship, good rapport, not individually now. The council, because I'm representing the council, we have a good relationship in the council alongside with them. If there has not been a good relationship, of course, they might have not been able to get the opportunity. Because even after we pushed out the link from our end, we still did collection of the slip, which was what we used to push.
Do a follow
up at the last year office.
All right, and I think another question from Oriade here.
Okay.
Can you please answer this question? It says, who are you dating? Tell us now.
Okay, I have so many people I'm dating. I have my leaders.
I think we understand. We understand it.
Well, if you have a girlfriend for me, and if you have somebody for me, you can let me know. So that we build.
So you are saying you are still searching.
No, we are building the youth and building the nation.
So you have enough rooms to accommodate
yes, to build
enough places.
To build no, not
you're building your domestic capacity.
To build the youth and build the nation actually.
All right. So how do you relax in Lagos? You don't tell us you don't relax at all.
Well, I was just having the same conversation with somebody yesterday. I was asking the person that when exactly are you going to relax in Lagos? Right? As far as you are in Lagos, the best way to relax in Lagos is, for me, okay, let me just say for me, is put up your phone, don't go out and sleep.
So no social life.
If there's no social life, you relax.
Okay.
personally now, personally. So that's what I do, not often because the office will not permit to do often. Maybe at least once in like 3 months, 4 months, maybe just off your phone for 1 day, just only 1 day, out of once in 4 months, and I don't want to go out and all of that for that day.
All right, let's expose you a bit. We learned that some of the youths from Lagos are at the moment in Canada, sponsored by the Lagos State government. So when is your own trip?
Well, just like you guys to say that Mako no yen come. Only Canada tour, no.
Okay.
So well, that was being sponsored by the Lagos State government for some selected youth leaders in Lagos, which of course our state chairman, Engineer Ibrahim Adekunle MNSC, is part of them. That means that we are being recognized by the government and we are being represented for him to have been selected to be part of those that has gone on that tour. So talking about when it will be my own turn, very soon. Let us just stay tuned, very, very soon.
So what do you say to those that are still out there in Canada?
I wish them the very best, and I want to believe that they are having the best time navigating the city of Canada and also learning that which is expected of them to learn, which we trust that when they come back to Lagos here, they will come and impact us with the knowledge, the exposure, and of course, the things they've been able to lay their hands on and the things they've been able to get from Canada. They'll come and share them with us and make us even more knowledgeable about those things.
All right, Oriade says, thanks for answering my question. And another one from Adelaide Joseph. This is a good initiative for Ifakoja and Lagos Youth Development. I think that is just a recommendation. And let me remind you before we wrap up that Sunday Shedu Christian said you should do a giveaway for the viewers and listeners out there. So for coming late. So Shedu, he said no problem. That means he will definitely do something after this, and I will make sure it gets to you. Should we tell them you're a man of your words?
Of course, I'm a man of my word.
All right, he has said that himself. Just underline it. But if you didn't hear from us here at Ifako Radio, that means he has not done anything.
No, you should look out at Ifako Radio here because part of the giveaway that we'll be doing is our opportunities that we'll be bringing to this radio. And once you are tuned to this radio station, of course, you'll get those opportunities. And don't worry, I've noted your name, Mr. Sunday.
Shedu Christian.
Yeah, Shedu Christian.
The youth of the Bible, I hope we've not boarded one chance vehicle. Yeah, it's been a special one with you. We want to appreciate you for coming and for coming late.
Thank you.
For holding us ransom. We are who we are. We accommodated you despite your lateness from the goodness of our own.
It is the responsibility of the youth that actually caused that. But then it is the work of the youth we are doing. So we really apologize for that.
Leave apology. Anyway, that has been my little experience, and our guest is Comrade Ayo Mashe Oluwaseo Emmanuel, the coordinator of the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Ifakoja, local